Hi there. I'm gonna do a video basically about Taylor Swift and her music, more or less. Kind of a semi-unknown artist, I would say. Haha. No, she's got 19 years. Well, actually, it's coming up 20 years of music time and 13 albums, basically. But yes, it all starts December the 13th, 1989, when she was born, and yeah, she had a particular interest in music much of her life, was singing and writing music from her very young years, and it all culminated in her getting a music deal with Big Machine Records back in 2005, basically. And I got the assortment collection of her albums. Um, her first album, titled Taylor Swift. This is Taylor Swift. This is Taylor Swift, and more or less the back of the album. This here, but yeah, that is Taylor Swift, and this is the vinyl. I got the vinyl of this. This is the international vinyl, though, not the regular vinyl. I don't even think you can get the international anymore. But there's a Taylor Swift vinyl. It's all good. There she is. There it is. Don't really have particular favorite songs per se. Choosing a favorite song. Maybe Picture to Burn. Teardrops on My Guitar, Our Song. I think I like the Our Song music video the best. Nonetheless, there's another one there. Should have said no, I think. I don't know. But nonetheless, there it is. Her second album, this one was released in 2006. Her second album, Fearless, was released in 2008, and this is when she came into her own. Basically, this is like her most important album. And I have the original copy of Fearless. We got the original copy of Fearless. Here's the original copy of Fearless. And I also got the Taylor version for all to see. Taylor version here. Basically, these are becoming kind of redundant unless you have a particular interest in the newer music. I prefer her older music myself because that's the state of mind she was in at the time. This is the Fearless Platinum Edition vinyl that she has. I got that. But nonetheless, there it is. Favorite songs, don't really have a terribly favorite song. Maybe the one where I don't know, I'm forgetting all my music now. Favorite song would probably belong with me. I don't know. I don't really have a favorite song off here. Probably Love Story. Who knows? Tell Me Why is good, Forever and Always. I don't know. Picking and choosing Taylor Swift songs is kind of impossible to do. Nonetheless, there it is. That was released in '08. That was her big breakout album, more or less. It was huge. It's her most important album. Nonetheless, 2010, she came up with another album, Speak Now. Speak Now is more or less country rock. Here's the original album. And it's all good. This is the Taylor version of Speak Now. There's that. I mean, again, I think I prefer the original cut simply because that is the original version. That's the state of mind she was in. Yeah, that's 2010. I don't have a vinyl for that one. I'm working on it. Technically, vinyl should be easy to come by. They're quite expensive, though. Vinyls are very expensive. Oh yeah, my favorite song. Yeah, favorite songs off Speak Now. I don't know. Dear John. Never Grow Up. To A Story of Us. Don't really have terribly favorite songs. Sparks Fly. I don't think I've got a favorite song off Speak Now. I don't know. Better Than Revenge. I listen to music that moves. Nonetheless, next album on the list is Red. That came out in 2012. And this is the original cut of Red for all to see. And this is the back end. Nonetheless, and this is the Taylor version of Red. And I don't really have a particularly favorite batch off those albums. I don't know, Stay, 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 22, they're all good. I Knew You Were Trouble. Red's the one that got me into Taylor Swift. This is the one where she also went country pop. She had been pretty much country rock for Speak Now, and then in Red she went pop country. This is the vinyl for Red, but that's the Taylor version. It's all good. Nonetheless, yes. Yeah, what else do I like that? I don't know. Most of the songs I like. 2014, she came out with 1989. This is the album that kind of broke her into the pop scene. It's like a very popish album. I think it's kind of like the in-joke of her time. Nonetheless, yeah, Speak Now is the big baddie. I think it's my favorite album. And nonetheless, I think there's a few songs that are my favorite. New Romantics and Wildest Dreams. But I mean, there's not too much I don't like. Style, Blank Space, they're all good albums. Oh yeah, here is the Taylor version of 1989. These are basically, I think these are going to come up as the terms re-records, and this is the vinyl for 1989. I have the Taylor version of the vinyl, not the original vinyl. If you had asked me years ago if vinyl was coming back, I would have said you were crazy. Nonetheless, yeah, there's the vinyls. I think my favorite songs are New Romantics. I think that's my favorite songs in general, is New Romantics and Wildest Dreams. What's after that? I think I caught that one covered. Next album is Reputation. And Reputation, here's Reputation. Reputation is her oddball album, I call it, because it's kind of got this playish sensibility. Alternative pop, sort of like that. Touch punk, a little bit of rap. Ready For It's got a bit of rap in there. I think this is the album where she kind of had problems. This is also a problematic album itself because, as we might hear about in the next year or two, I think I'm expecting something called Karma to come around with all the vault tracks. Nonetheless, yeah, I think favorite song on here might be So It Goes. I'm not too sure. Nonetheless, there's Reputation. That was in 2017. And then in 2019, we have the infamous Lover. What's infamous about it? Well, not really anything. It's just Lover. There's Lover in all of its glory. It's a very bubblegum pop and techno pop album. What's my favorite song? I don't really have a favorite song off here. Well, technically I do, but I don't know. Most of them are good to fun to listen to. London Boy, Miss Americana, Cruel Summer, maybe. Nonetheless, 2020 was the year of world history changing. Not to mention the fact that Taylor launched 2 albums in 2020. This one is the Folklore album. And Folklore is kind of like a folk rock album, more or less. And I don't know, it's not the kind of music that's terribly my cup of tea. It's an enjoy. I mean, I enjoy listening to anything with Taylor, but not really big on folk rock. Nonetheless, 2020 again comes out with another album too. It's Evermore. I almost feel like this is the one that she doesn't want to bring out to the public. And nonetheless, Evermore is that second album, what I call the couplet of 2020. The album that kind of came after that and kind of came out of COVID was Midnights, and that was in 2022. And this is Midnights. Midnights in all its glory. This is Midnights. Midnights was fairly good. I don't really have a particular favorite. Maybe Anti-Hero, Sneer on Your Cone Kid. Vigilante shit. I don't know. Bejeweled. Hey, one of them are good. Yeah. And that's pretty much that. The next album is The Tortured Poets Department. Came out in 2024, if I remember right. Was it late winter? And there's The Tortured Poets Department. Favorite songs per se? Actually, I think there's two different copies of this album. There's the Black Dog edition, which is kind of like a different kind of album than this one. This is the regular one. Oh, I don't know. I can't describe all the favorite songs on it. I listen to it. I have run out of capacity to explore favorite songs on these albums. Now, more recently, at the end of 2025, she came out with The Life of a Showgirl. And that's The Life of a Showgirl. And that's back album art. I don't know. This music is very different. I think Elizabeth Taylor, Opalite, and Wishlist are my favorite. This is also when she does a cameo with Sabrina Carpenter, The Life of a Showgirl. That's the CD. I also have a vinyl for The Life of a Showgirl. This is the vinyl of The Life of a Showgirl. There it is in all of its glory. But nonetheless, there's that. A little bit of extra information. I'm expecting Taylor Swift debut to come out as a re-release sometime this year. I've heard different stories, possibly June, possibly October. I wait and see on that. We'll find out. I think it's going to be just called 20th Anniversary Edition. I'd be curious to see if she does a Nashville accent for it. I'd be very curious to see that. To hear, I don't know if I'd like it if it's got modern lyrics. I prefer I prefer to have it with the original lyrics because that's what it was. So I don't know what to say about it. And Reputation is supposed to have a vault track too, although she claims she doesn't have very much finished. I think there's got one coming. Apparently, Selena Gomez hinted at a song that was possibly on trial, and I'm like thinking, well, it's possible. We don't know exactly which album it's supposed to be for. It's just, she said roughly 10 years ago it came out, so who knows. I suspect we're going to get a Reputation vault track edition in next year for its 10th anniversary. But yeah, I'm guessing, I've got a theory it's going to be called Karma, because that's the theoretical album that was lost. Around 2015, 2016, Taylor was supposedly working on an album called Karma. That's the myth, that's the story. Maybe so. I guess we'll find out. We'll see if it's got an album called Karma, or if it's just called Reputation Vault Tracks. Who knows? Maybe we got some lost music in there. Anyways, there's that. Thanks.